Just no mother-in-law smears the key, steals my clothes, and inspects my adult toy box. My soon-to-be mill took the in case of emergencies spare key out of my sister-in-law kitchen drawer in her kitchen. Came to my house while fiance and I were at work, let herself in, and spent about 3 hours snooping through our home. A year ago I installed Arlo cameras outdoors and indoors after my brother's house was burglarized, and since that incident I have been very serious about home security. It's a good thing too because I never would have known by the state of my house. Nothing appeared to be moved but the camera footage is HD and tells no lies. I'm shocked because she was super thorough in her investigation. This lunatic enters into the kitchen, opens my fridge, checks the expiration dates on all my food containers, smells my milk, smells my leftovers, and takes a Diet Coke, moves on to the living room. Proceeds to remove my couch cushions to check for dirt, I'm assuming because she's borderline OCD with her cleaning. She was disappointed to find I keep my home meticulously clean. Looks in every drawer in every side table. Picks up my childhood photo album and pretty much studies it. Read my senior year high school yearbook. Moved on to my bathroom. Unfortunately I don't know what she did in there specifically, but she spent approx 35 minutes. Now ladies, I normally don't keep a camera in my bedroom, but my fiance and I recently decided to tape ourselves doing the deed just because. So I got super anxious for obvious reasons as I watched her walk through that door. First she went into my walk-in closet, spent a good 15 minutes in there which I couldn't see. Comes out with a pair of my Uggs and puts them by the door. Then goes through my dresser. Pulls out a sweater and puts it with the Uggs. Pulls my panties out of the drawer one by one to inspect them. Checks the tag on my bras to see the size I assuming. And then she literally puts this darker greenish colored bra up next to the matching underwear to see if they were a set. Why the duck are you judging my lingerie, you psycho? She moves on to my filing cabinet under our computer desk. Goes through every single file in the cabinet, reading all of it. My medical records, tax records, pay stubs, college records, court records. I have custody paperwork from my son's amicable joint custody case with his father, and to boot she took photos of certain documents which I can't distinguish from the video. Looks under my bed and pulls out my toy box. Y'all, she touched them. She touched all of them. This woman turned on my vibrator, made a surprise face by how intensely it could go at its highest setting, and says, "Oh dear Lord." LOL, she's an old school devout Catholic woman, and in that moment I hope she was jealous of my orgasms. She spent 20 minutes covering her tracks before leaving. The cherry on top of the whole thing was when she walked out the door with my Uggs and sweater, claiming them as hers. At first watching it I was angry, then I was livid, but when the woman had my little blue vibrator in her hands I was just so glad to have got it all on camera. Still don't know what to do with it. Still haven't told my fiance, and I'm sure he hasn't reviewed the Arlo footage because he would have flipped by now. Also, can't edit the title, but Smears was supposed to be Sneaks the Key. Oh, I'm furious for you. Vengeance isn't a strong enough word for what I do. That's exactly why I turned to this community for their ideas. I knew she was a methodica before this. Now I have proof. And because it's so concretely apparent that she has no boundaries and fully embodies the cliche of crazy mother-in-laws, I give myself a whole pass for any less than classy future behavior of mine in response to it. First, tell your fiance, because literally what the duck. Second, change the locks and get a key safe for the spare key. Third, for pettiness, ask her how her new Uggs and sweater fit and that they look just your size. Then buy her the same vibrator she was looking at and tell it's because you know she was jealous of yours. Fourth, you need to find out what she took pics of and get her to delete them, because I would not want my mill to have any of my confidential information. That is going to be my first move for sure. Thank you. Damage control is going to be tough for sure, but I'm going to be as thorough as she was. I feel so violated. Oh my god, what in the actual duck? Did your fiance see this? I'd totally get my clothes back. BTWF that noise. Edit to add. I would totally mess with her in how you let her know that she got caught, like go to her house and say something like, "I saw you borrowed my Uggs and sweater, may have them back please," or something to that effect. On a serious note, I would have her delete whatever pictures of documents she took. That's creepy. Change passwords, flag accounts, Whatever you need to do to keep your privacy safe. Damage control is my top priority for sure. Police report is going to happen. He hasn't seen it yet. I don't think he looks at Arlo at all, to be honest, but I'm saving this conversation for after his long shift tomorrow. The funniest part about her taking my clothes is that she always asks where I got my shirt or my bag to make casual conversation. But I didn't realize until now she was just window shopping my closet while I personally modeled my clothes for her. LOL, the audacity of that woman is off the charts. I agree with the others. Call the police. On a petty note, I would take the footage, make a highlights reel and send it to all of Mil's family and friends explaining this is why you are cutting her out of your life. Hahaha, what should the song be though? Police report coming soon as well. Creep Radiohead. You need to report her to the cops, and keep a watchful eye on your credit report. Then if you have zero shame, blast this itch with a B all over FB. Can't deny the video. Call out the Sil and make sure she didn't give her the key. Get a restraining order now. Texted Sil and she said she had no idea it was gone. I trust her and know she wouldn't give it out. I definitely intend to. Why have you not gone to the police? Someone broke into your home and took photos of important documents. You're going to get hit with identity theft. There is little other reason to copy that information. Go to the station and tell them that someone stole a spare key, broke into your home, and took photos of important documents. Good point. That is identity theft. She could be taking credit cards out in OP's name. I haven't yet because I don't want to blindside my fiancé before we have a thorough conversation about boundaries and her emotionally mental stability. He has been working tirelessly for UPS right now and I know he's going to be hurt and embarrassed by it, so much so it might affect his performance at work. Side note, I'm in law school and I know it's 100% slam dunk case once the cops are involved, so the time frame over a matter of a week isn't going to be an issue. Cool. So you have footage of her breaking and entering. Counts even if she used a key. She did lift it from Sil, and she stole property. Go to the cops. And she was likely checking around for reasons to call CPS. She won't find any reason at all, but she definitely has always judged me for having a child out of wedlock and before establishing my career. I intend to file a police report once I have a very long conversation about boundaries with my fiancé. Thank you.